On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
A 9-yard touchdown there.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? If they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles, they've got to go back out there and play.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off of play action. Tagovailoa completes it to the tight end Smythe.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Ready. A handoff running left is Mostert.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
a 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2.
Two are going to try and throw for it.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Purdy.
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On first down, Purdy.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Hey, no steal. Triple 38.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Purdy. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Once again, it's Mostert. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So
it's caught at the 10. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver. And
this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Room here to run.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Gold to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
So the victory here for San Francisco. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know